Hey, everybody. So I am here with Neel Robinson Stafford's Jake Griffith and Samantha Baker. And we are having a conversation about homeowners title insurance. So several of my clients have been watching these scary commercials where they talk about people's titles getting stolen through forgery and that type of thing. And it's created a lot of concern. So I wanted to reach out to the professionals and find out, is this additional coverage that they're promoting on these TV commercials something that a homeowner needs? So you guys, what do you think on that?
No, the answer would be no. When you purchase the home, you have the option of purchasing an owner's title insurance policy, which we automatically always include on our settlement statements. We always include an enhanced owner's title insurance policy, which does cover forgery, pertaining to title, and versus a standard policy. So no, if you purchased an owner's policy at closing, that you would not need additional coverage. You don't have owner's policy whenever you purchase the property. If you didn't purchase, you can always purchase after the fact.
So is it at the same price, or is there a discounted price if they do it within, say, 30 days of closing?
Absolutely. They would have a simultaneous issue discount. It's $150 difference. So it's totally worth it to purchase owner's title insurance at closing.
So what are some other things that title insurance covers?
So what's good about, title insurance, and kind of going off what Samantha said, is if you close with us, then you definitely have the enhanced policy unless you opted to have the standard. So we automatically default to giving that enhanced policy. So going off of these scary commercials that you were talking about, Laura, is, the enhanced policy is going to cover the forgery and impersonation, threats against your title that you're seeing and hearing about in the news, not only pre-closing on the property, but also post-closing. And so if you bought the house today, 6 months later, some forgery took place, if you have that enhanced policy, that's covered by the title insurance policy. Okay. But for some other examples of what the enhanced would cover versus the standard policy, if a survey was done and it was incorrect, or the legal description's incorrect, the enhanced policy is going to cover that. Also, any forced removal of improvements due to maybe a lack of a building permit, that's also covered. And I would say one most common issue would maybe be a fence that's encroaching on your property by a neighbor, or their driveway encroaches a little bit. An enhanced policy would help protect the homeowner who holds that policy, rather than the standard policy, which would not. And so typically those may or may not be a very expensive expense, and especially if it's a driveway removal, or depending on how nice the fence is or how long the fence is encroaching. And fences can definitely add up and be very expensive, to where those costs are definitely going to outweigh any cost of that one-time purchase for an enhanced policy at the time of closing. And I know on these commercials, those are typically monthly subscriptions that they're trying to sell to you, and they're saying only $10 a month, but that's, from my understanding, in perpetuity. I mean, that's forever. And there's a one-time fee at the time of closing, or if you get it after closing, you're more than welcome to do that. But there is that discount that Samantha was talking about if you do it simultaneously with the closing itself.
Perfect. And it sounds to me like what you're describing as well is homeowners title insurance covers way more than what those different companies that are offering just protecting against forgery. And it's a one-time fee, like you said, at closing, and you're protected for the life of the time that you own that property.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, the commercials, and I'm not going to name the names or anything, but they cover one aspect of what title insurance covers. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of circumstances and situations that title insurance will cover that these commercials do not cover. They're just picking one out of, a whole list of circumstances for their coverage. So like what me and Samantha were saying, if you have title insurance, you should be covered, especially if it's the enhanced policy that we default and automatically issue at our closings that we handle at Neel Robinson and Stafford.
Perfect. So there you have it, folks. If you have homeowners title coverage that you've purchased at your closing or even after your closing, you're protected. You don't need that insurance that they're promoting. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to Jake or Samantha at Neel Robinson Stafford. They'll be happy to answer any additional questions regarding title insurance. Do you guys want to throw your phone number out there in case someone needs it?
Sure, Jake.
Yeah, so you can reach me at 404-705-7955, or you can shoot me an email at jake.griffith@nrs.law.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you so much. Samantha,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching The Lowdown with the local market experts. You can find us online at lauramilleredwards.com, on Instagram at LME Realty, and on Facebook at LME Realty Group.